Every day, trillions of dollars in raw materials, electronics, and food move across the open ocean on thousands of massive steel vessels. When two cars tap bumpers at an intersection, the insurance process is usually a minor headache. But when two floating skyscrapers carrying hazardous chemicals and precious cargo grind into each other at 15 knots, the financial fallout is astronomical. In the exact moment of a major collision, the entire operation shudders to a halt. The priorities instantly shift from navigation to crisis management. You suddenly have tens of millions of dollars in shredded steel, thousands of ruined shipping containers, potential crew injuries, and a looming environmental disaster all unfolding at once. Someone has to pay for this wreckage, but dropping a single bill for hundreds of millions of dollars would bankrupt almost any shipping line instantly. To keep global trade from collapsing under its own weight, the maritime industry relies on a highly specialized insurance machine to immediately carve up this mountain of liability into manageable pieces. To see how that machine works, we have to start right at the point of impact. This image highlights the sheer physical destruction inflicted on the owner's own ship, the crushed steel and exposed internal structure. This brings us to the first major bucket of maritime insurance, hull and machinery, or H&M. H&M operates within a very strict boundary. It exists solely to repair the physical hardware of the vessel you actually own. It doesn't care about the cargo inside, it doesn't care about the water outside, and it completely ignores any damage you did to anyone else's property. Securing the ship itself ensures the core physical asset is protected before the owners have to deal with the surrounding chaos. But a 100,000-ton vessel leaves a massive wake of collateral damage when it loses control. If a ship slams into a dock or terminal, the port infrastructure takes a massive hit. Inside, millions of dollars of clients' goods are tossed around in heavy, crumpled steel boxes. And worst of all, fuel and hazardous materials can rupture, creating a toxic environmental hazard that spills out into local waterways. To handle these external claims, ship owners carry a second bucket, protection and indemnity insurance, or P&I. While H&M protects the hardware, P&I steps in as the crucial financial shield between the ship's operational failures and the rest of the vulnerable world. The calculation shifts again when we account for the other ship involved in the crash. This creates an anomaly. It's physical hardware damage, similar to an H&M claim, but it belongs to a third party, which usually falls under P&I. To bridge this gap, maritime policies include a mechanism called the running down clause. This clause mandates a strict fractional collaboration between both insurance networks. Hull and machinery takes the primary burden, covering exactly 3/4 of the liability for the other vessel. Protection and indemnity picks up the remaining 1/4. Spreading this massive cost across both policies ensures that a single major collision doesn't completely drain one side of the insurance market. As the ships finally pull back apart and the immediate physical crisis ends, the financial resolution kicks into gear. The system instantly starts sorting this overwhelming mountain of damages into those two distinct buckets. While the courts may spend years debating which captain was at fault, these preset fractions provide a standardized framework for how the resulting bills are eventually paid. Millions of tons of cargo rely on this invisible background machinery to stay afloat every single day. By separating the risk of the vessel from the risk of the surrounding world, this system prevents the financial fallout of a single accident from becoming an existential threat to the companies that power global trade.